A man fell for a girl with mental illness at first sight, but she was in a mental hospital, so she must be mentally ill. The man asked the doctor what was wrong with her and found out she had schizophrenia and had killed her own mother. Scared, the man stayed away. But at night, he heard her crying for help. He rushed in and saw a man harassing her. He punched the man. This terrified Daisy, the victim, who kept apologizing to her harasser.
Didn't do anything wrong, the guy's a freak, he was gonna hurt you.
But he's a doctor.
No, he's not a doctor.
After calming her down, Charlie lied about having to leave the hospital. To his surprise, Daisy followed him. She wanted him to take her home, but Charlie didn't want to get involved. He pulled her aside and noticed she wasn't wearing shoes.
They hurt my feet.
Realizing her mental state, he told her to go back for treatment. Suddenly, Daisy lost control and breathed rapidly. Charlie calmed her and gave her money to go away. But after a few steps, he stopped, seeing her pitiful look. He felt sorry for her and tried to take her home, only to find she had no family. At a loss, Charlie had a great idea to make money. He called his father and lied about having a beautiful girlfriend, asking for $80,000 as engagement money. The father said he'd give the money only after meeting Daisy. Charlie had no choice but to let Daisy pretend to be his girlfriend and go home with him, but she was mentally ill. On the plane, after Charlie fell asleep, a flight attendant woke him up, saying Daisy had been in the bathroom for hours. He found out she couldn't find the toilet flush button. With his help, the toilet finally flushed.
It was really loud.
You handled it well.
Back to the seat, Daisy acted like a curious cat, playing with the overhead lights and whispering in his ear. To get her to sleep, Charlie made up a story that if she didn't sleep on the plane, her eyes would turn red and scary. Daisy nodded in fear. Charlie thought he could finally rest, but soon the flight attendant woke him again. Daisy had run to first class and stolen some nuts. The attendant thought she might be mentally ill, but Charlie insisted she was fine. Back to the seat, Daisy asked about his earlier words.
Before, you called me your girlfriend. Am I really your girlfriend?
Yeah, you're my girlfriend.
Though Charlie answered carelessly, Daisy was thrilled. Her mother had told her no man would want a girlfriend like her. Now Charlie had brought her home and introduced her to his mother, who liked her innocence and sweetness. She wondered why Daisy didn't wear shoes and why she insisted on sleeping on the floor.
I wouldn't stay in the same room with a man.
The mother was delighted by such a well-mannered girl, but during dinner, Daisy shocked everyone. She made weird sounds while drinking and said the foie gras tasted like cat food.
I can't eat this.
Why not?
That's cat food.
This embarrassed Charlie's father, who loved foie gras, but Charlie found it funny, as he always had a bad relationship with his father. Then his brother asked about Charlie's new job. Charlie lied about investing in a big project. His father didn't believe him. When Charlie was at a loss for words, Daisy's response surprised him.
He actually does have a plan, Jason. And it's a very good one. We just can't talk about it right now.
She seemed naive but not mentally ill. Looking at her sweet and lovely face, Charlie developed strange feelings. But the next day, Daisy had another episode. She went to the bathroom and acted as a cleaner. She explained that her mother taught her hard work wins a man's heart, but she had killed her mother, which was why she was in the mental hospital. Seeing she wasn't lying, Charlie remained calm outside but was deeply shocked inside. He couldn't send her back yet. It was his brother's wedding day. Their father promised to give Charlie money after the wedding. Before the wedding, the mother dressed Daisy up in silver heels and a gold dress. She looked noble and elegant. At this moment, Charlie felt like falling in love, but he overestimated her intelligence. During the flower-throwing ceremony, while the little girl threw petals, Daisy left her seat and picked up the petals on the ground, which confused everyone.
You're dropping me.
That's the point?
Charlie quickly pulled her back and taught her basic wedding etiquette, but her father noticed her odd behavior. After the wedding, while guests danced elegantly, Daisy danced wildly. Charlie laughed at her dance and held her waist. Daisy was nervous as she had never danced with anyone before. Even after a few minutes of Charlie's teaching, she was still immersed in happiness. However, his father appeared, seemingly inviting Daisy to dance but actually trying to find out her true identity. Under his relentless questioning, Daisy's breathing became rapid again. Charlie hurried to her side, intending to take her back to rest, but his father realized there was a big problem with Daisy and demanded an explanation. Knowing the truth couldn't be hidden any longer, Charlie admitted he had brought Daisy from a mental hospital and that he was a cleaner there. His father stormed off in anger. Since the family had discovered the truth, there was no need to continue the act. But Charlie had no money for a flight ticket and decided to drive away in his father's RV. On the way back, Daisy chattered on and on. Unable to bear it any longer, Charlie took her to a nearby station, gave her some money, and excused himself to make a phone call. Daisy seemed to sense Charlie's lie but still chose to believe him. She asked him to come back soon, and Charlie nodded guiltily. But as soon as he turned around, he drove away. Daisy waited from day to night but never saw Charlie again. The station staff noticed something was wrong with Daisy. Despite the obvious truth, Daisy still clung to a sliver of hope.
My boyfriend is just making a phone call. It shouldn't be long.
The staff could do nothing but tell her to go to the front desk if she needed help. Late at night, Daisy was no longer lively. Her heart, like her bare feet, had lost its warmth. At the same time, Charlie received a call from Daisy's doctor, who told him to bring Daisy back immediately. According to the investigation, Daisy wasn't mentally ill. She had just been locked in a room by her mother for a long time, which left her lacking social awareness and interpersonal skills. After hanging up, Charlie recalled Daisy's behaviors, which matched exactly what the doctor had said. Looking at the shoes Daisy had left in the car, he felt a void in his heart, as if a part of him was missing and he urgently needed to find her to fill the emptiness. Daisy, on the other hand, was in a similar state. Although she didn't want to admit that Charlie had abandoned her, the clock behind her told the whole story. She choked back her sobs and went to the front desk, asking the staff to help her go home. But at that very moment, a figure suddenly appeared behind her. If you want to know what happens next, follow me. I will update the next part soon.